Merry Christmas, everyone. This is going to be my first one of these sort of off-piste videos. Why not? It's the end of the year. I want to spout out my unwarranted opinion onto the internet, so here we go. Boom. The XM Slippy by Hinderer. This is without a doubt my most carried knife. This one right here. I do have the sheep's foot and the slicer as well, but I really like this one. I just like the black DLC and the OD green scales there. This is such a comfortable user. It's got a nice strong back spring on the Spanto version. The slicer and the sheep's foot, not so much. 20 CV, which is a phenomenal steel. You've got DLC clip as well, although sort of ruined by those silver. Cheers then. You know, DLC the liners, but not the whatever though. But this is if I'm struggling, if I've got up going to work and I'm in an RN, it'll just be this. This is just such a great user. It's about as tactical as you can get in the UK legally. You know, it's not friendly to look at, so if you're, you know, I'm happy to carry this at work. Probably wouldn't take this into town. But yeah, you know, it's just tactical as you can get. You've got a nice finger choil there to stop it from closing on you. Even if you go here, that finger choil just stops on you there. This is just absolutely phenomenal for me. I love this knife. Next, it is expensive though. Next, we've got the Michael Vagnino sort of custom tech line, which is his mid tech line. If you don't know what that means, it's so a custom, handmade custom is either CNC'd or fully made by the maker. This will have been, it'll have had parts prepared and then the maker hand finishes it. Like they'll have hand rubbed this, put a grind on that blade, but it'll have all come pre-packaged. He won't have done everything. But it's not specifically the MV2 Zipslip. That's my personal favourite. Any of the Zipslips, just they're all fantastic, and I've handled all three. I wouldn't recommend spending the extra on this. It's not worth the money. I like this knife so much that I was happy to do that, but you're going to get exactly the same performance, minus a bit of the steel. This is K110, which is a derivative of D2, I think. But you'll get N690 on the Vanguard version from Kaiser, and if you just get the titanium one, you'll get S35BN, which is probably better than this K110. But yeah, this is just such a phenomenal look at it. Absolutely wonderful knife to have in your pocket, this one. Lovely deep carry clip. And this is, again, another one of those with the forward choil, stops it closing on your finger. And it's just really nice and comfortable and lovely to use. This is definitely going into the top 5 there. Always happy to carry this one. Another one. This is sort of like a 2-in-1, this one, because I can't decide. There's one I very slightly like more, but it's just edgy easy. Just try them. They are so nice. I very slightly prefer this one just for the blood red jig bone. I slightly prefer the stockyard pattern, but they're both incredible. They are both really, really nice knives. I will be getting a couple more of these in 2020, I think. But oh god, they're so well made. This ruined the Michael May knife I had for me. I was very happy with that, and then Yol mentioned that these existed, and I'd heard the name Great Eastern Cutlery thrown around. Like you can see, I've abused this one. Yeah, I've heard the word Great Eastern Cutlery thrown around, but hadn't really, you know, looked into it. And that video, it cost me a lot of money, guys. Next would be one recommended to me by Slick Slicers, which would have been completely off my radar otherwise. The JE Made Phoenix. And this one is just Absolutely phenomenal. Such a nice action knife, like quality on everything. If you like the look of this, I would not hesitate. And you can also get the cheaper versions. You can get the I think they're ATS brand, which I've handled those as well. They are by no means less of a user than these. This has just got a couple more like bits of trimming and that lot. If you're looking for the style of it, I suppose go for this one. But if you're just looking to carry something, ATS brand is absolutely fine. But this one for me, oh, he knows how to make a knife, doesn't he, GE? Absolutely blown away by that one. And the last one, I was sort of umming and ahhing for this one because I haven't really. I mean, I suppose I haven't reviewed these, but they're really overdue. Sorry, I've fallen behind a little bit. Just been busy recently, so I will try and crack out a bunch of reviews and catch up. But this one's a bit new, really, to throw on my favourites list, but I don't see it not being on my favourites list. This is one I've wanted. I think this is the one I've been looking for the longest time. It's the Liong Traveller. And oh, it's lovely. It's another one with that finger choil, so it can't close on you in either position. Don't know if you've noticed, but I quite like that. It's got a fantastic action. You can just slam it closed if you want, and then to open, you just break that and that, or you can pinch there and finish that off. The ergonomics on this are absolutely fantastic. You got that lovely micarta inlay into the G10 there. The pivot is really interesting to look at. It's not just your standard boring like. I mean, I think this is the only other one here that's got like an interesting pivot design. I mean, this one has, but it's so you need a special tool or a jerry rig tool for that. But the action on this, like just the way it works, like the blade stock and everything, that noise when it closes. There's nothing I don't like about this knife. I haven't found a single flaw yet with use. Deep carry as well. That looks enough like a pen. Do you know what I mean? It's everything you could want for in an EDC in the UK. It's unequivocally legal. This is like 2 point something inches. Unless a police officer's got it out for you from the beginning, there's no way you're getting into trouble for this. Well, unless you're taking it somewhere like a school or something stupid like that, but that's on you. But anyway, so that's my pick for top 5 of the year. Like I said, those are sort of the same. Just a GEC, you should really try one. They are phenomenal knives. First off, going with just best value knives that you can get, it's going to have to go straight to Twosun. Titanium and M390 for about £70 shipped. Where else are you getting that? And this has been tried. It's supposed to be good M390. I'm blown away. Usually on this kind of materials, you're looking at 200, 250, something like that. These guys are giving you premium materials for a very low price tag. Cheaper than some arguably much worse knives. But this is definitely my budget winner of the year by far. All premium materials, and the price is nowhere near premium. Don't get me wrong, it's not like it's cheap. We're not talking a £30 knife here. It's not ultra budget. It's not like something you can just pick up and abuse and you'll be happy with. But it's well made for a good price with great materials. Twosun have nailed it. My surprise knife of the year, one that I just sort of got and it blew me away, would easily be the Real Steel Luna by Poltergeist Works. I'm not going to try and say the guy's actual name because I'm too stupid. But this knife, this blew me away. I just ordered this based on an advert I saw on Instagram, and I was like, that's UK legal. I'll give it a go. It looks all right. It doesn't look incredible. You can see I haven't bothered to clean this. I'm sorry, Paddy. Please don't shoot me. But yeah, this is just far exceeded any expectations I had for it. I had no idea that it would have a really intelligent like half stop there. I had no idea you'd have jimping down here. The pivot is fantastic. That couldn't look any more like a pen. Deep carry. This is just lovely. The action is fantastic. And further to that, this is almost impossible to get now. It's just out of stock everywhere, which is obviously I've added this thumb stud here, but look, it works too well to not have it. So that's my surprise knife of the year, I guess. Favorite mod is going to go on to this, the little finger choil mod. Don't know if I've mentioned that I like that already, but just adding a finger choil to this proper, it really elevates it. I know there's going to be tons of people who are like, oh, you've ruined that, what the hell. A lot of people are like, I'd never do that to my knife, but it's really, really worth it. It's made me use this knife a lot more. I just plopped this knife down and stopped using it, basically, but since adding that finger choil, it's become such a dependable knife. Like, before, you closed it, that would have been straight into your finger, and it's not the strongest spring in the world on this proper, but gotta say, that's one of Paddy's mods as well. I certainly didn't come up with that, but it's a bloody good mod. So that's my favourite alteration to a knife. Least aggressive, one I'd most likely to recommend to a new starter. Obviously, it's not that exciting, but it's damn good, damn dependable. This is my old one. I've got a new one, but it's over there. But you can get these in all shapes and sizes. You can get them all even smaller if you want. This would definitely be my absolute recommendation to someone just looking to get in that's unsure. This is the least likely to get you in trouble. Most people are familiar with a Swiss Army knife. And I guess the one that I'd recommend to someone that's into it a little bit, like maybe past that, it's the UKPK. There's just nothing wrong with it. It's just fulfills everything. It's not a bad price tag. These are just great users. It's absolutely phenomenal in the hand. Again, with the finger choil there. You can open it one-handed, which I love. I've carried this a fair few times. Just the action is so smooth on that open, and yet you do still have a definite half stop. There's nothing bad to say about this. Maybe it's a bit ugly, a bit of an ugly duckling, this one, but these are really good knives if you can grab one. And that's it. That would be my little random awards, and for whatever that's worth. So these are your top recommendations. I know they're all expensive, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, you can get the Kaiser Vanguard version of the Zipslip for about 65, and you can get the ATS for the JE Made, which is a lot less as well. Every knife I've shown here has been a fantastic knife. If you follow my channel, you'll know I've had some that aren't great. This is a video about the ones that are great, and these are all absolutely phenomenal. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a Merry Christmas.